Hello miniatures collectors, this is Christian and I'm going to show you a largest collection of miniature dollhouses, figurines, and train sets that you've ever seen. So, here we go. A lot of these are discontinued now, but they're actually from the company Lemax, and you can activate them and they animate. And these amusement park figures actually come with their own little figurines in there, or you can add them to the set because you can buy the figurines separately. A lot of these are my favorite because of the colors, how they're dynamic they are. They tend to break a little bit easier than a lot of the figurines from, say, Studio 56. But a lot of these are discontinued, so these are fascinating to me. A lot of them have functioning motors in them, so they last a pretty long time in terms of the movement, and that's what makes Lemax so unique, them having the functionality that a lot of the Studio 56 figurines do not have. And I really like this crazy car set, and the ones that kind of go around on wheels I really enjoy. The hot air balloons are really cool too. They have small ones and larger ones, and what I like about these is they're not really set in any particular period. I mean, I guess you could say they're modern, but a lot of them have a 50s style kind of dress with hats and Letterman jackets and that kind of thing, kind of hitting that sense of nostalgia. You can also buy mobiles, and the sets that we have here are like little balloons, colorful balloons. I think you'd still buy these as well. And these are the Caddington Village sets. And they are also Lemax. And what I've noticed is that a lot of Lemax sets, a lot of figurines for that matter, are set in a kind of Dickensian Victorian Christmas style. So no matter what you buy, they tend to be a little bit more seasonal. So a lot of them have carolers and wreaths and Christmas trees built into the sets, and you can buy little vignettes too that show a little scene. And this is a nice fisherman's village. What I like about this is there's no shortage of lighthouses in these sets, and also they have lights inside that you can turn on. And one thing that I kind of don't like is when you try to go inside, they're all made of ceramic, so it's like a big ceramic shell, and there's just one hole at the bottom, so if you wanted to kind of insert your own little figurines, it's really hard to kind of go into that little hole without actually breaking things. But you can add a little electrical lighting if you want to it. So I earlier said Studio 56, actually Department 56, that tend to be a little bit more sturdy. They're all still made of ceramic, but they just tend to have kind of a longer shelf life. But Lemax you can kind of buy at a lot more venues than Department 56. The only thing is some venues like Home Depot will have exclusive rights to certain products from Lemax, and you can only get them there, and the price at those locations tend to be a little bit more. But these Lemax figurines are actually very inexpensive to me. I mean, they're in the $30 to $40 range, which is really nice, and a lot of them light up like you can see here with the Christmas trees. And here you get into kind of more old-fashioned periods, which I personally like because you get the old style fire wagons, and these are actually just the facades. They're meant to be hung on the wall, and a lot of them we keep in their boxes because it's a little harder to kind of display all of them. And here you see like imitations of St. Paul's Cathedral and a couple Duomos in Italy, but most of them still kind of stick to the traditional Christmas theme. So this is the North Pole Village set from Department 56, and it tends to be a lot more colorful and a lot more candy colors and Santa Claus and the elves as well. So again, Department 56 tend to have a little thicker ceramic shell than other companies do, and they do license with other companies. So you see Beauty and the Beast up here, so licensed by Disney, and you can see Belle, the Beast, Mrs. Potts. You see Harley Davidson here, and I really like the Disney sets with Mickey's Village. And a lot of cars, figurines, Elsa up there. And what I tend to do is I tend to buy these in person. I like to kind of inspect them and look at it before I actually commit to purchasing. So I can buy them online as well if I really can't find them, but I also just kind of collect them and look at them in person first. And here we have the Dollhouses, and these are kind of a model of the painted ladies that you'd see, say, in like San Francisco, and this is actually very true to the whole three-tone color scheme that a lot of painted ladies have. And there's also cottages, New England style architecture, and another Queen Anne here, with the dormers and the nice skinny windows. And a lot of them have the architectural detail that a lot of the old Victorians had. The mansard roofs, the capped windows. And here you see a kind of working television inside the dollhouse as well. Hook it up to a DVD player and can play movies on the miniature TV. Now these are usually unpainted when they're bought, but you can actually paint them afterwards, or you can buy them painted. I tend to like them unpainted and paint them afterwards. And the names of the, like this one is Plum Pudding, they're named after kind of what the colors they have. And the kind of the trend now is the kind of the retro modern mid-century look that you can see here. And this is a 15-room dollhouse that retails for about $4,000, not assembled. And this one's painted in maroon, pink, brown, and has the fish scale shingles, the capped windows. Has a nice little decorated frieze along the side, along with the gabled mansard roofs as well. Of course, no collection would be complete without a train set as well, and I have a kind of proclivity toward ships, so you see ships in there, and this is kind of a mismatch of a lot of different time periods. There's and also scales as well. At the bottom it's G scale, and on the second level is HO scale, and at the top is G scale again. It kind of just go around the ships and lighthouses and hot air balloons. But again, no definite time period in this. I kind of tend to go toward the Western theme though. And of course, post-war periods is included. And I really like the bridges and the overhang and kind of the structural element of these as well. You see sort of an erector set type Eiffel Tower there, and the San Francisco trolley. And here's Christmas in Central Park and the Edward Hopper scene of Nighthawks. Well, I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and hope you have a magical day.